What's up, guys? Another tractor video for you today on the 2021 Bad Boy Maverick. This time we're going to be installing the front hitch. In one of my last videos we did the rear hitch, has come in super handy. So now we're going to throw one on the front just to be able to attach different accessories and things that I need. Very easy install. All you're going to need is a 3/8 socket, a 1/2 inch socket, and a 5/8 socket, and they're literally the only three tools you're going to need to get this job done. So let me show you where this goes and how it mounts. This is everything you're going to get in the kit. This is the hitch itself. You get a spacer bar, looks like that, and then you get the hardware. Again, 5/8 and 1/2 inch are the size on these. You get 2 of the 5/8 and 2 of the 1/2 inch. I'll show you where they go. Step 1 is taking your 3/8 inch socket, and you're going to need an extended one, a longer one like that. We're going to be removing the 2 bolts that are inside this rubber bumper. And then the rubber bumper will pop off just like that, exposing these 2 locations here. Now we're going to come up underneath, and there's going to be 2 1/2 inch bolts right here and right here. So these 2 right there, go ahead and remove those. Now the next step, basically as simple as lining up the holes with the appropriate spots and putting your bolts through. The only thing I will say is you do have to drill out all 4 spots to make the holes a little bit bigger. You're going to use the 2 of the bigger bolts that come with the hitch for these 2 spots. So we're just going to pop them through here. And then we're going to take our spacer bar. That goes on top like that. The holes line up perfectly. So now we can take the 2 bigger bolts, line them up and slide them through. I'm going to take the 2 nuts and at least get them started just to hold it in place. Don't tighten those down all the way yet. Now we're going to take the 2 smaller bolts that come with the hitch, and we're going to go up through those spots that I showed you where we removed those other 2 bolts, and I'll show you where they're going to pop out here. So you can actually access it from right here, so we can come up through the hitch, through the spacer, and they're going to pop out right here. Okay, so let me just grab the nuts so we can get them started. So we got that one started. So same thing on this side, up through the hitch, the spacer, and the tractor, and just get the nuts started. And now it's just a matter of tightening all 4 locations. The 2 bigger ones in the front here are your 5/8, and the 2 that I just showed you that come up through underneath there, those are 1/2 inch. So just go ahead and tighten all 4 spots down. There it is, guys. It's that easy to get this front hitch installed. Now the only downside is putting the bumper back on. It's not going to fit, especially with the hardware provided. There are different ways of, you know, if you got different hardware, you'd be able to kind of make it work. I'm actually going to kind of go to the drawing board and see what I want to come up with, because the only other problem is, even if you got different hardware, when you put this on and you line it up, because we now have a bar right here that wasn't there before, there's a gap between the bumper and the tractor, and that would drive me nuts. So I'm going to kind of see what I come up with. I do want to put this bumper back on. I don't like the looks of it with just these, you know, big silver bolts out here, but that's the only thing. Just, you know, just be aware that your bumper's not going to go, you know, just right back on with what they send you, and without a little bit of engineering. So I'm going to come up with something. I might even 3D print something. I'm not sure if I'm going to, you know, somehow use the bumper, or if I'm going to 3D print something to cover up this front area. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know what I come up with there. But other than that, install's done. So now we have a 2-inch hitch receiver in the front and the rear for whatever we need to do around the property. So very easy install. Check them out. I'll put links down below for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching as always. We'll see you on the next one.